Well, I'm finally back for my first video of 2021, and oh my god, has a lot happened this year already. I dislocated my shoulder for the 5th time. Donald Trump led a giant group of white supremacists in an insurrection against the United States Capitol because he was upset he didn't win the election. The House of Representatives have officially impeached him because of this attack, which means he's the only president in US history to be impeached twice. The Office left Netflix, and dark humor continues to rise on TikTok. I just wanted to say that personally, I don't have a problem with dark humor. I wouldn't say I'm a fan of it because, I'm not a freak, but I can enjoy a well-crafted joke. There's this rule when it comes to dark or offensive humor that the joke has to be funnier than it is offensive, or else it's just offensive. And I completely agree with that. A lot of my favorite comedians tell or have told offensive jokes. George Carlin, Dave Chappelle, John Mulaney, Bill Burr, Larry David, and Tom Segura are just a few of my favorite comedians that tell offensive jokes. A good example of this rule would be the Borat films. Sacha Baron Cohen does a great job of making terribly offensive jokes that cross the line, but he's also really good at making sure the audience still feels comfortable laughing. A big part of that is understanding that the audience is usually laughing at a character or a person who thinks that saying these offensive things is okay. It's also a big reason as to why people can laugh at shows like The Office and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Now take this idea of dark humor, throw it in a meat grinder, let it age about 36 years, put it on TikTok, and you get Nick Foster, or Nick Foster Official, which is his profile name. Well, his second profile, because his first one was taken down for reasons that will become obvious as I dive deeper into his content. So Kurtis already did a great video about dark humor on TikTok, and about half of it was on Nick Foster. I'll link it in my description, so in case you haven't seen it, you can check it out. Now, I don't want to copy Kurtis. That's not my mission here. I want to talk about some of the more recent things this bad boy's done on TikTok, and why I believe that they are the antithesis of comedy. I had no fucking clue who this dude was until I got a video on my For You page of some guy stepping on an American flag, and conservatives were like freaking out about it.
Not the baby.
Shut up! Shut up, please! Shut up!
My first thought was something like, holy shit, another based dude I can follow. And as soon as I checked his page, it was a fucking hellhole. Before I start talking about these specific videos, I just want to give you guys, girls, and NBs a little content warning. I'm going to be talking about a lot of offensive things in this video, such as racism, sexism, misogyny, homophobia, transphobia, sexual harassment, sexual assault, rape, and pedophilia. So if you don't think you can handle these subjects, I'm really sorry, but I advise you don't watch this video, as most of what I show is going to be uncensored. I'll be putting cards and warnings before I go into each subject, and I will also be putting stamps in the description, so you can skip any topic you don't feel comfortable with. So with that said, let's dive right into the cesspool. Nick Foster doesn't hold back on these quote-unquote jokes, and he loves to prove that he is and always will be an alpha male. Here is a TikTok of him showing exactly that. Wow, congratulations, Nick. You're 36 and have a wife. I'm sure the 13-year-olds who watch your videos and haven't gotten laid yet think you get laid all the time, and that probably makes you look really cool in their eyes. This would explain why a ton of your content is used just to disparage women.
I got a small waist, pretty face with a big bang. Look how you hating on a bitch and you my mama age.
So this sound is used by people on TikTok to show that they are very confident in their bodies, and that they also just happen to have a massive ass. But Nick doesn't seem to understand that there's a difference between sexualizing a woman in a sexual environment and sexualizing a woman in a non-sexual environment. Telling your partner that you want to fuck their brains out while you choke them and pull their hair is fine because it's consensual. When someone has an OnlyFans or is in consensual porn, it's okay that you jerk off to it because they are giving you consent to by posting it. When you're driving down the street and you see a woman that you find attractive and you catcall her, that is not okay. When you're walking in a crowd and you grab a woman's waist, even if it's just to get past them, that is not okay. When you're working with someone that you find attractive and you flirt with them in a professional environment, that is not okay. When women and feminists say stop sexualizing us, they don't mean stop altogether, they mean stop unless I give you consent to. I am not surprised that Nick doesn't understand consent.
Yeah, I bet your daddy's so proud. How's little girl turned out?
Okay, so that was Nick Foster telling his young audience that asking for consent isn't necessary. And here's him doing it again.
Start a fight in 5 words or less and don't use politics.
Don't ask. Read her signals.
In case you didn't know, reading someone's signals isn't a thing. It's like the Easter Bunny or Nick Foster's stand-up career because it only exists in children's imagination.
I don't care what you say, Nick. You always ask consent before you kiss a girl. Consent's almost always nonverbal. You should know when she wants to kiss you, bro. It's just about having respect. What if I try to kiss her and she doesn't want to kiss me? Why are you trying to kiss a girl that doesn't want to kiss you?
Consent is almost always nonverbal is one of the stupidest sentences I've ever heard in my entire life. It's almost as if he doesn't understand that the most important part of consent is verbal communication so you can figure out what is okay and what is not okay. I also love that he disproved his own point in this video when he said, "Why are you trying to kiss a girl that doesn't want to kiss you?" It's almost as if that's why you need verbal consent, so you know 100% that the other person has the same intent as you.
If a man is so bad at reading a woman's signals that he has to ask you if he can kiss you, spoiler alert, ladies, he'll be terrible in bed.
So Nick, there's a flaw in your argument. I ask for consent not only because it's important, but because I'm 100% sure that knowing you have consent makes the sex so much better. It's also funny that he thinks being respectful means you can't be dominant in bed, because that's exactly what he was trying to convey.
Question: if asking for consent is considered feminine, then what would you say the masculine alternative to that is, Nick?
Knowing how to read a woman's signals.
So the guy who posted the original duet is a creator that I really enjoy and respect the work of. His name on TikTok is James Gets Political, so go give him a follow if you want some great progressive content. James brings up a great point. No, Nick, it's not reading someone's signals. It's sexual assault. It's rape. In case you don't understand how that could be, I'll try and help. There are millions of people in the world who have autism, anxiety, or any other neurodivergency that would make those signals invalid. Also, how can you ever be sure someone wants to kiss you without having a firm yes? I personally wouldn't be comfortable without having full consent from someone. And it makes me feel really, really sorry for all of the girls who might have felt pressured by you because you read their signals. And there's no way you could have been wrong because you read their signals. He's made a ton of videos about the exact same topic, which seems to be a trend with him. So I'm not even going to bother showing you anymore because I think you get the point. Now, it isn't just that makes my skin crawl. He also posted this wonderful video.
I'm not gonna do what everyone thinks I'm gonna do and flip out, man.
Now that video has me wondering, what's the joke, Nick? As someone who was raped, I'd love to hear your joke about rape. I'm also being 100% serious. I would actually really like to hear it. I want to know if it's funny or not. Because in that video, you only alluded to a joke, which makes it seem like you didn't actually have a joke and you just wanted to be offensive for the sake of being offensive. And if that's the case, why are you trying to pass it off as a joke? Anyway, I'm always open to hear that joke. My DMs are open. Please do not make it one of those jokes that you read on like offensivejokes.com. I've read those 1,000 times. I was also in 6th grade once. Besides joking about sexually assaulting women, he's also a big fan of just straight up making women feel subservient to men.
All girls love flooding my comment section saying, "Your followers are all 13-year-old boys." Okay. In 20 years, those boys are all going to be doctors and lawyers and judges and cops and entertainers and businessmen and the father of your kids. And what will you be doing? Still crying over jokes, the patriarchy, and how one of those boys left you for a hotter, younger woman who wasn't so miserable all the time. Don't let them get to you, boys. Keep making jokes and keep having fun. The hot girls love that shit.
So there's a lot to unpack here. If you think the boys watching you will ever grow up to be anything more than a Nick Foster 2.0, you're fucking delusional. The women you disparage are probably more likely to become doctors and lawyers than anyone who is a self-proclaimed Nick Foster fan. I can almost guarantee that hot girls don't like it. They definitely find it creepy and disrespectful. My girlfriend's hot. She doesn't like it. My best friend's pretty hot. She doesn't like it. I sincerely don't understand why people younger than me are taking advice from this dude, considering he was in high school the year I was born. This is the exact reason why you don't ask your grandfather how to treat other races.
Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about.
I wasn't going to show you this video, but then I read his description, and I read this comment, and it's so violently sexist that I have no words for it. Now, I don't like Joe and Kamala at all. I voted for them, but I don't like them. And saying that men are the only reason that women are successful is fucking disgusting. So these next 2 videos I'm going to show you are pretty disgusting, and I'm surprised that even Nick thought it was okay to make these.
Hey guys, whenever a girl puts 18 in her bio, what she means is, I know I look young. I know you're worried I'm too young, I'm probably lying and I'm still too young. But I just want you to know that I'm 100% DTF.
So in this video, he is clearly saying it's okay to have sex with a minor if you are over age, if she's down to fuck, which we like to call pedophilia. If you think I'm stretching this to make a point, I present to you this video.
Hey guys, a lot of people are mad at me again because I made a dumb joke about the Zoe Laverne situation. Apparently she's 19 years old and made out with a 13-year-old boy, and I said if that was my son, I'd give him a high five. Well, a lot of people were not happy with that, and they're saying I'm disgusting, calling me a hypocrite, and someone even hit me with the, what if it was your 13-year-old daughter making out with a 19-year-old man, which really got me thinking. Maybe I am a hypocrite. I guess my daughter deserves a high five too.
He literally just said he'd be fine if his children kissed a legal adult, and he'd even give them a high five for it. Like, that's your fucking child. What the fuck is wrong with you, dude? I know your wife is pregnant, and holy shit do I fear for your children. Congratulations, Nick. I wonder if that has something to do with you not being a woman. Congrats. Maybe that's because you're misogynistic. Congrats. Maybe that's because you're not disabled. Congrats. Maybe that's because you're not gay. Congrats. Maybe that's because you're not a person of color. This person agrees with me. Let's see what Nick has to say.
You know, with all the hate and negativity my comment sections usually get, it's nice to get a compliment every once in a while.
Yeah, so that leaves just like a sour taste in your mouth, doesn't it? I don't like that at all.
And tell us that you're white without saying, I'm white.
I'm not allowed to pronounce my own fan base's name on TikTok without...
Now you may be wondering, well, what's his fan base's name? So I guess I have to tell you that his fans call themselves Nick-ers. Get it? Because his name is Nick, and that's the only joke. And it's not like it's purposefully supposed to sound like a slur, but not be a slur so you can get away with saying it. This reminds me of the Steven Crowder t-shirts that say, socialism is for figs, but there's a little fig replacing the I, so it makes it look like it's supposed to say a slur for gay people.
Damn well it sounds too close to a racial slur that no white person should ever say. Okay, and I find this really disrespectful.
Hey, yo, Nick. Yeah, you know your fan base's name that's not a racial slur, used like a racial slur, spelled like a racial slur, or used in any type of derogatory way towards any group of people, especially black people? Yeah, this white guy finds it really disrespectful, so, you know, knock it off.
Ooh, I love that I get to teach ignorant people different topics even though I'm not an educator. I'm going to try to explain this to you like you're a member of your audience. So Nick, what we have here is something that we call a dog whistle. A dog whistle is when you use a code word in place of something derogatory so that the people you're speaking to know what you're talking about, but the outsiders don't. A good example of this would be when people defend the Confederacy and say that the Civil War was over states' rights and not slavery. But anyway, now that we know what a dog whistle is, can you understand how your fan base being called Nick-ers is a dog whistle even though it's a terrible one? Nick probably already understands this concept, but he's ignoring it simply because he's racist, and he wants to get away with it. Hey, Editing Connor here. I can't believe I forgot to put this one in because it's so violently racist that I'm speechless.
So our good friends Beer Bong John and Iron Sanctuary wanted to get in the Christmas spirit by dressing up as gingerbread cookies this year, and apparently it caused quite the controversy on TikTok because, you know, it's 2020 and everything's offensive. Well, I too was hoping to get in the Christmas spirit this year, and you know me, I don't want to offend anybody. So instead of dressing up as a gingerbread cookie, I decided I'll dress up as a chocolate cookie instead. I'll let you know how it goes.
Yep, that is Nick Foster unironically doing blackface. But of course, it's not blackface to him because he's a cookie, so it's automatically okay. Alright, Nick. Sure.
I'm so fresh you can suck my nuts. I'm so fresh you can suck my nuts. Swag.
And and right into transphobia we go. What I find funny is whenever people use the biology argument to justify their transphobia, they completely ignore that the brain and its activity is still a part of biology. I would also argue that making sure you're comfortable in your own body by appealing to your brain is a way more important part of biology than whether you have a dick or a pussy. You are your brain. So how can you be you if your body disagrees with your brain? And that's not even mentioning the erasure of intersex people, which is insane considering there are as many intersex people as there are redheads. Let me guess, Nick, the next joke is going to be about identifying as like a helicopter, some stupid shit like that, right? And there it is. At this point, dude, I am begging you, please make some funny and original content. I'm starving over here.
Say it with me now.
Oh, really, Nick? Okay. Define intersectional feminism. Define benevolent sexism. Let me know when you can do this without looking it up. Two content creators that I really love the work of both commented on this video, and oh boy are they funny. Tom Gray said, I dropped out of college too. It's okay. And Rohan Ramdan said, mad jokes. If you don't know their work, I highly suggest you check out both of them because they're extremely funny.
Tell me that you're not mentally stable without saying, I'm not mentally stable.
I put pronouns in my bio.
This is another argument that I don't understand because literally everyone has pronouns. I have pronouns. They are he, him. Nick has pronouns. They are he, him. We all have them. So why the fuck is it weird if we want to eliminate any confusion while also making sure trans people are included? Oh wait, yeah, I forgot. You just hate trans people.
I got bitches off the Zans. Bitch, I got
Dude, I literally just went over this. You are a he, him. So that means you are pissing yourself off as well as everybody else in the world because everybody has pronouns. Nick Foster has one of the biggest egos I've ever seen on a person. And with a giant ego comes a massive victim complex. Nick is obsessed with his numbers. He's one of those no press is bad press people. Nick also gets super upset whenever any of his videos get taken down for any reason. Sometimes I will admit that TikTok takes videos down for stupid fucking reason, but I'm 100% sure that all of Nick's videos were taken down for a reason. Here's a compilation of just a small fraction of the times Nick has posted about something getting taken down. Bonus points if you can spot anything in relation to a video we've already talked about.
Bitches say, hey, you can't miss what you never had. Hey, hey, off the juice, God and me got you banned.
Bro, I'd love to respond, but I'm banned from commenting again, so you're just gonna have to deal with this video reply instead. And if you're wondering what I got banned for, all I said was... So I had a good response to this video, and it went a little something like this.
Everything is racist. Everything is racist according to me. Everything is racist. Everything is racist. Everything is racist.
So you guys might be wondering where my video is that this guy doesn't even try to debate. Well, where do you think it is? Removed for hate speech. Because uncomfortable but undeniable facts are hate speech.
I'm so fresh, you can suck my nuts. I'm so fresh, you can suck my nuts. Swag.
Guys, I can't believe it. He took down my video of me showing off my confidence for hate speech. How is showing off my confidence hate speech? TikTok really doesn't want you to see this joke because they took it down once for harassment and bullying, and they even took down my explanation of why it got taken down. Or maybe the guy in the video is just really sensitive. Well, it sure didn't take me long to get a video removed for violating community guidelines. We're off to a great start, guys. But as always, I refuse to be silent. I guess I'm gonna have to start making that second backup account sooner than I thought.
Nick Foster is a 36-year-old man from Florida who currently has 30.5 million likes, 853,000 followers, the respect of about 0 women, and the humor of a 13-year-old. Now those numbers might seem pretty large, but according to famousbirthdays.com, he is ranked 21,229th in popularity, 47th in people with the name Nick, and 40th in 36-year-old web stars. But hey, at least he ranked 8th in Scorpios named Nick. Nick Foster simply isn't funny. I would even go as far to call him a disgrace to stand-up comedy and all of the great people who have come before him. In Kurtis Connor's video, he purposefully didn't use Nick's name because of how much it would make Nick cum in his pants. But I don't have the platform that Kurtis does, so I'm gonna ride this motherfucker's ego like a bike. So Nick, even though you are a racist, homophobic, transphobic, misogynistic, and apologist for sexual assault, rape, and pedophilia, as well as not being funny, I welcome you to comment on my video or even make a video of your own talking about me. Call me ugly, call me fat, tell me I have terrible teeth, that I can't take a joke, call me triggered. Do anything you can to bring views over to me. Oh, and by the way, I still want to hear that joke. Like I said, my DMs are always open. Anyway, I'm done talking about this guy. If you like this video, you can leave a like. If you want to see more content from me, you can subscribe. Also, all of my social media will be linked in the description down below, which includes my TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and my new Discord. Let me know in the comments which Nick Foster moment makes you want to curl up and die. I'm Connor McDowell, and I'm gonna go take a long shower because making this video made me feel crusty. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Corona tequila.